Hi everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. If you're new here, you are absolutely welcome. And if you're one of my returning subscribers, thank you for coming back. Today we are making one of the most loved dishes ever, that is chicken jollof rice. And let me warn you in advance. If you watch this video on an empty stomach, that's on you, because by the end of this video you would probably be looking for your pot and your rice. So let's get started. Every delicious meal starts with a good foundation, and mine is this beautiful chicken. I'm seasoning it with a blend of onions, garlic, and ginger. I call it the magic three. Honestly, I think this combination never disappoints. It's like the holy trinity of flavor. Then I added my seasoning cubes, a little salt, and gave everything a really good mix. I always make sure every piece of chicken gets some love because nobody wants that one lonely piece that somehow escapes all the seasoning. Now I'm letting the chicken steam. Some people go straight to frying, but I like steaming it first because it cooks in all its own juice and that's where the flavor lies. While the chicken is busy minding its business, I'm definitely not standing around. I have work to do. Time to chop my carrots and green bell peppers. I love adding vegetables because they make the jollof look so colorful. We eat with our eyes first, right? Let's check on our chicken. Now look at that. The chicken has released its beautiful flavorful stock. And please, whatever you do, don't throw this away. This stock is too precious to be thrown away. And that is liquid flavor. Our jollof rice will thank us later. Now it's time to fry the chicken. I'm frying each piece until it's perfectly golden brown. Not burnt and not pale, just that beautiful golden color. So in case you don't know, my favorite part of cooking is frying. I just love the sound it makes and I like how my food transforms after it comes out of the oil. It's just so therapeutic. Can we just appreciate this sound for a second? If Delicious had a soundtrack, it would be this. Alright, chicken is done, and honestly, this is the point where self-control is tested because one little taste quickly becomes two and then three, and before you know it, you are wondering why there isn't enough chicken after the whole food is done. Now let's move on to the main event, our jollof rice. I added some oil in my pan followed by sliced onions. You know your kitchen is on the right track when onions start sizzling. Now comes our tomato paste, and here's a little secret. Don't rush this part. Let the tomato paste fry properly. If you skip this step, your jollof might remind you of some raw tomatoes and you don't want to have that taste. Now I'm adding my blended onions and fresh tomatoes. So guys, while we wait for the next step of this recipe, let me tell you what I heard. I learned jollof is a meal we don't promise people because once you tell someone I'm going to make jollof tomorrow or I'm going to make jollof this day and that day, it will shock you. That jollof will disgrace you that day and people will think you can't even cook. It's going to turn out so soggy, it's going to turn out so salty, or something terrible will definitely happen to that jollof. So me, I didn't tell anybody I was going to make the jollof. It was a secret. Let me know in the comment section if this has ever happened to you. So now that our sauce is looking beautifully cooked, I go in with my chicken stock and some more seasoning and salt. I'm also adding my washed rice and giving everything a good stir so that every grain gets coated in all this delicious sauce. Now here comes the hardest part. After you put everything in the pot, you now need to wait. The hardest part of cooking jollof is waiting. And your patience will definitely be tested. This is where people keep opening the pot every 2 minutes to see if the rice is done or not. But please, just relax. Allow the rice to do its own thing. As the rice gets almost done, I'm adding a little butter. Butter just makes everything better. And it gives this rice the rich, smooth flavor that takes it to another level. Finally, I go in with my carrots and my bell peppers and look at these colors. This is exactly why I wait until the end. They are still vibrant, slightly crunchy, and they make the whole pot look absolutely beautiful. And after a few more minutes, ladies and gentlemen, our chicken jollof rice is officially ready. Just look at that. The rice is fluffy, rich, colorful, and every grain is coated in flavor. And the chicken is crispy and golden. And honestly, this plate is looking restaurant worthy. Thank you for watching and see you in our next recipe. Bye bye.